Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're going to talk about e-beggars. No, I'm just joking. Well, we are going to talk about e-beggars, but we're going to talk about a lot of other stuff because that's not what this channel revolves around. We're not here to call people out. Well, maybe we are. Maybe we are. I'm not going to lie, guys. I have a problem with other channels out there creating confusion and disinformation about video games and for personal gain, man. For personal gain, I don't care if they're out there like covering games or I mean, if they've got like real issues or a real problem with something, or if they have like a real criticism for a game that comes out or something like that, like be real about your criticism. But to just come out and completely bash a whole console and its ecosystem and its fans and everything as much as these fellas do, there's got to be a little bit of give, man. So if that's how these guys are going to run their channels, I didn't see Dreamcast guy's last tweet. No, I was too busy playing Mortal Kombat 9. You know what, guys? I've played all the Mortal Kombat games, but I completely forgot that Mortal Kombat 9 was like a rewriting of the whole thing or whatever. I totally forgot about that. And the NetherRealm Studios was out there hyping up the new Mortal Kombat game that's going to be coming out, and I was like, "Whoa, are we getting a remake of 1?" And because the clock goes and then it gets to 11 and then it skips past 12 and goes to 1. So I was like, are they gonna like redo the first game like high quality? That would be honestly, that would be cool. Just take it back to the basics and have just that. I think that would be pretty cool, but I don't know, man. I don't know. And then they could add more fighters or whatever. I don't know. That would be cool. Yeah, dude. I called out. I'll tell you guys right now, dude. I called out Reforge Gaming and Marlon Brandon and Dreaming Cast guy over on Twitter. I told him, I was like, man, I'm gonna start the DOGJ, the Department of Gaming Justice, and and send you guys warrants to appear in front of the Toxic Toad. Reforge Gaming is the only one that responded to me. And he's like, how dare you say that about my community and me? And yes. I'm like, dude, that's what you do. You get out there and create. And then I told him, I was like, dude, I dare you to create positive content about Xbox. Jesus Rogue Alley. Yeah, I've seen some stuff on that. 10 days have been receiving massive support on YouTube. Who has? Frog the Pony's mad that I'm still in Xbox. Makes me realize this one. Well, here's the thing, man. Like, I don't have a problem with PlayStation. Most of the stuff that I was complaining about in the beginning of the generation has been solved. It's been fixed. It doesn't bug me as much anymore. Everybody's charging $70 for games now, even Microsoft. I'm not gonna complain about PlayStation doing it now. The Xbox is doing it. And to be completely honest with you, the very first game the Xbox sold me for $70 wasn't worth $70. It's not worth $70. It's a good game. I gave it an 8. I've had a good time with Redfall, but at the end of the day, man, like none of these games have been worth $70 freaking dollars, except for Elden Ring. Elden Ring's probably worth $70. I mean, but who am I to really tell these companies what the freak they can charge for their games? They put the price out there. We either buy it or we don't. It's simple. It's the way it is. If you don't want to pay $70 for a game, don't pay $70. Me personally, I pay $70 for my games so that I can bring my community information about those games. I feel dirty when I review games off of Game Pass, man. Like I don't feel dirty, but I just feel like I feel like if I'm gonna download a game on Game Pass and review that, like what's the point, man? Like you can get on Game Pass and download that game and review it. I paid for Redfall, dude. I paid full price for Redfall so that I could put myself in a position of somebody that would buy that game full price. I do think it's an 8. I do think it's an 8. Everybody's talking about all these bugs and all these glitches and all of this stuff that, dude, I've got hours of footage without any bugs. I've got hours of footage without these bugs that people are that people are saying that it has. So I'm not going to take anybody's word for it. I'm going to look at the thing with my own two eyeballs, put my own money out there. I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to tell you. Now, if we talk about the PC version of Redfall, yes, it definitely needs some work. It needs some work. It's not an optimal experience. I got rid of what was it? Callisto Protocol on PC for that same behavior. I'm not gonna reward Xbox for that. If you are going to play Redfall, I do highly recommend the Xbox platform. It feels pretty stable, man. It's not bad. I use Game Pass to open up my library of games I would never play, but everyone else is being spoiled. Play your games. Here's the thing, man. Like, we can't deny it. As an Xbox community, guys, we can't deny that Game Pass leads us to buy less games. It does. It does. It 100% makes the Xbox community less likely to buy games, guys. And I mean that is the intended outcome. So in the long run, guys, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for Xbox. If you are an Xbox fan, there's things that you need to understand, and I do as a content creator and as an influencer. I forgot about. I mean, it's not that I forgot; it's that I didn't think it was going to go this fast. I knew that eventually we would get to a point where Xbox Game Pass would be self-sustainable on its own. I knew that it would be able to sustain itself through people signing up and playing these games. Like, I knew that. But I didn't foresee third-party developers choosing to skip Xbox because of that. I didn't foresee that, guys. I didn't foresee that. I didn't really factor that into anything. And that is substantial. That is substantial that Xbox, if they want Game Pass to be sustainable and to really be able to like, see, they're not even trying to compete with PlayStation, dude. And Phil Spencer said that a long time ago. Xbox really is going for just that mass appeal. They want those people that play on the phone in the Xbox ecosystem. And I don't know, man. Like, I don't know if Xbox is going to. I can't guarantee that Xbox is going to deliver banger after banger after banger. So for me as an Xbox fan, and being part of this ecosystem, there's no way that I could give up my PlayStation 5 or my PC. There's no way. I don't know how at first, man, like when I first started this channel, I was pretty freaking. Yes, it does get rid of FOMO pretty bad. Like, you always really do have something to play on Game Pass. But here's the thing, guys. Like, this is like this hit me so hard the other day. If you look at Netflix, okay, when Netflix first started, what did they have, dude? A whole bunch of they had a whole bunch of old stuff, right? They had a whole bunch of old movies. They didn't have anything like first party. They didn't have anything that was theirs. They had old movies that you could just stream to your TV or whatever. And that's like Xbox is a little bit different because it already has, their first party studios that are creating content for Xbox. So they've kind of got a little bit of a head start. But in order for Xbox to invest that type of a budget into their first party games, like a PlayStation, let's just use PlayStation for a budget. If they're going to pump that type of a budget into every game, these developers have to prove themselves. They have to put out a game, and it has to be successful. If the game is successful, then they can invest more money in there. If they just give all of these developers a $300-400 million budget and 5 to 6 years to create a game, that seriously is unsustainable. That's unsustainable. With what do they have? 23 studios now That's unsustainable. They could probably fund with $3 billion a year. They could probably keep funding the 3 or 4. I think Xbox has probably 3 or 4 AAA high budget games in development right now. And I think that a lot of them are going to be like Redfall quality. The majority of them are going to be Redfall quality and under. And that's just the way that that's just kind of the way that like the math kind of works out. Like if you really stop and think about it, Xbox is going to have good games. They're going to have good. I mean, like, dude, this isn't just Xbox's plan isn't really just this generation though. It's multi-generation, dude. It was the end of the Xbox One generation, all of the series generation, and then whatever the next generation is. I do feel like Xbox will continue to compete in the console space for its fans, but I don't think it's going to be like a traditional console. I do kind of feel like it will be an upgrade. I'm kind of feeling like the next Xbox is just going to be a more powerful version of what the Series X is, to be completely honest with you. I really do kind of feel that way. And if you look at PlayStation, like if you look over the fence over at PlayStation, they've kind of backed themselves into a corner with the high quality games. Getting rid of Pixel Opus. I mean, like Pixel Opus could have built another, Concrete Genie 2 or something like that for them to appeal to that base. They could have put Pixel Opus right into making games that would go straight to PlayStation Plus Premium. Here's the thing, man. PlayStation Plus just announced that Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is coming to the service. This is one of those things that I kind of told you guys about. If you've been here in the community for a while, you know that I said a while back that PlayStation could 100% compete with Game Pass just by releasing their games onto their service a year later, like a year after it comes out, 6 months, a year. All they got to do is drop those games into that service, man, and it would still, like, you would still see like these other channels 100% congratulate that after after PlayStation milks everybody for all that money, then pretty much gives it away to anybody that's signing up for that service. And I can't fault PlayStation for doing that, man. I can't fault PlayStation for doing that. Like nobody can. Xbox has already done the groundwork for this thing. Xbox has already done all the groundwork. They've already convinced people that signing up for a service is worth it, that it is a great value. Now all PlayStation has to do is play on that. Be like, yeah, man, we're going to put out Spider-Man 2 and then like 6 months later drop it in the service after that first 6 months of a game's life is like the highest part when it sells the most. That's when it sells the most. That first 6 months, they bring it out, and then within 6 months they drop the price, they sell out a bunch more, and then if they just turn around and boom, dropped it into the PlayStation into PlayStation Plus or PlayStation Premium, I would say Premium. if they do it within 6 months, like PlayStation could shut this down pretty quickly in the console war side. Like they can, especially if they've secured the rights for Metal Gear Solid, Castlevania, and Silent Hill. Yeah, dude. Like why would anybody consider Xbox as a platform unless they are 100% get in it for the value? So you have to look at things that way. You have to look at Xbox as being like the value proposition, and that's what Microsoft is going for. And on that front alone, that's when they would start killing them. I just saw something that Sev wrote, depends on the company who wants to outbidding. Let's touch on that for a second, guys. Let's touch on that for a second, because here's the thing, dude. As an Xbox community now with Game Pass, if Xbox goes out there and secures a third-party game as an exclusive for Xbox, we 100% expect that to hit Game Pass. 100% expect that to hit Game Pass. So if you want them to go out there and be like, yeah, dude, we're gonna money hat freaking Armored Core 6. Like, how much money do you think they would have to pay them for that? Like, seriously, that would be ridiculous. They would have to cover all of the lost sales that would have went to the PlayStation platform. Armored Core, like if you're an old school PlayStation fan, like Armored Core was like synonymous with PlayStation, man. If Sony, like, dude, when Sony speaks, people listen, man. When Xbox speaks, people are like, okay, cool, that sounds all right. I give you a try, whatever. But when PlayStation speaks, dude, people listen. So if they don't do it, what's the solution? Keep going after the market they're going after, C5. Here's the thing. You go after the budget gamer. If the budget gamer is in your ecosystem already and a third-party game comes out that they really want, they're going to spend that money on the Xbox in the Xbox platform. The way the Xbox is going about it is going to attract PlayStation gamers to pick up an Xbox this generation. So it's not completely lost. Like with what happened with me last generation, dude. Like at the beginning of the generation, I was just like, yeah, dude, I'm just not interested in Xbox this generation. I don't really care. There's really nothing on there that I've got to have that's not going to be coming to my PlayStation. I'll tell you what, Rise of the Tomb Raider almost had me buy an Xbox, but I was like, nah, I'll just wait till it comes to my PlayStation. I'm working a lot of hours. I don't really have time for all that anyways. But then when Forza Horizon 3 Blizzard Mountain came out, like not even Forza Horizon 2 was enough to convince me to buy an Xbox. Like I was just like, yeah, I don't really care, man. I don't really care. But then when Blizzard Mountain came out, I was like, whoa, that looks cool, man. I want to play that. I went and bought an Xbox that day, the day that it came out with that game. And I was like, nice. All right, cool. Whatever. I'll buy it. I got Gears of War 4 free with that. I got the whole Gears collection with that. I ended up buying Steep, Ghost Recon Wildlands, and For Honor all on the Xbox because I didn't have anything to play on it. And I was like, I was in the honeymoon phase. I was in the honeymoon phase with my 1S. And I was liking the controller. I was liking how that felt again. I was like, oh yeah, man, I forgot. These controllers are awesome. Playing those games and stuff. And I was playing around with the Xbox, and then that went on for about a year until Xbox One X came out. Dude, I had already had a PlayStation 4 Pro, so I mean, I wasn't worried about anything. And then when that freaking Xbox One X hit, that year, dude, I got it. It came out around Christmas, so we were still getting all those Black Friday deals and stuff for all the games being half off. So I bought every single game that I had on the PlayStation 4. On the PlayStation 4 Pro, I bought every one of them, like Wolfenstein 2. I bought Wolfenstein 2. I bought Andromeda. I bought, gosh, what else was it? Mafia 3. I bought a whole bunch of those games. I bought Ghost Recon Wildlands again. I bought Assassin's Creed Origins a second time. Like all these games that had been out right then and there. I went and bought second copies of these. And then after I played them on the Xbox One X, I was like, wow, dude, I ain't buying no more games on my PlayStation 4 Pro unless they're first party. So the last of that generation, the only games I bought on PlayStation were 100% first party games. 100%. Everything else was on the Xbox. And I was so happy. I was so excited about that. And then that rolled right over into, this generation. And this generation, dude, there was no way I was going to go through this generation without having both freaking consoles. Man, I told you guys a month before Redfall even launched that it was going to get really bad, dude. You're going to see a lot of negativity towards Xbox. And and for what though? For what? Why is there so much negativity towards Xbox? Well, first of all, there's a lot of Bethesda fans out there that are pretty upset about Bethesda games not going to PlayStation. There's a lot of that. They're trying to buy Activision. There's just going to be so much negativity going around about Xbox, and it's going to have people questioning whether they like Xbox enough or not. And you have to like, that's just one of those things you're gonna have to decide for yourself, man. Like me personally, I wouldn't give up my Xbox or my PlayStation, and I would never encourage anybody in this community to do either one. I would never encourage you guys to give up both, to give up either one of them for the other one, because I know how much I know how much I missed out on for the beginning of the last generation, dude. I had to play freaking all of them games I missed in the beginning of in the beginning of the Xbox generation, bro. I had to play all of those at like sub 900p resolution, bro, on a 4K TV. I was no. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're a PC gamer, you already know the deal. You don't need it. If you're a PC gamer, you don't care. Like, it doesn't bother you, but I would never I would never tell anybody here to hate on PlayStation. Even though I mean, like I said earlier, dude, I had my issues with the PlayStation. I still kind of have my issues with what they're doing with all of their first party games right now. I feel like they were making like a big political statement with a lot of that stuff, and to me it was kind of just pushing me, like rubbing me the wrong way. Like, I don't care about the politics, especially in my video games. I understand it in like movies and stuff like that. I don't really care for it there either, but with it in my video games, man, it's very annoying. I need some donations. I need some donations. No, I'm just joking. Wrong. They're just following friends trends. Oh, I bash Xbox. See, I made a double sided. I made a double sided. um, you guys got to understand, dude. Microsoft's got some pretty cool stuff coming, man. Like, look at everything they've announced, bro. They got some cool stuff coming. If you're feeling weak in the knees right now about Xbox, I caution you not to, because here's what's going to happen. If you sell your Xbox, you're either going to have to convince yourself that Xbox sucks so that you don't have to play those games, or you're going to have to buy an Xbox again. It's pretty simple. Hey, thanks, Seb. Here's a fiver. Don't waste it on an exclusive game people talk about, but don't play from. Oh yeah, I will. I will. It's gonna go straight to a. It's gonna go straight to a PSVR game. No, I'm just joking. I'm a PC gamer, but I still want Xbox to do well. Here's the thing, man. Like, if all these guys out there just consistently bashing the Xbox, they're like, I get it, dude. I get the hate and negativity and all of that is fun. It's fun to watch. It's great. And that's why we're gonna bash e-beggars on this channel, because I need the donations too, man. Like, I want the money. Like, why leave all that money on the table when I could just sit and bash e-beggars and be an e-beggar? No, I'm just joking. I'm gonna e-beg off bashing e-beggars. PSVR grows. Man, I haven't even touched my PSVR 2 this month, guys. I haven't. I'm not even trying to lie about it. I haven't touched it. I haven't picked it up. I haven't played anything. There's a couple games that are coming out that I definitely want to play. Some Firewall Ultra, that War Thunder game, that fighter pilot game. Definitely want to check that out, play around with that. If they would honestly update Ace Combat 7 for PSVR 2, I would probably upgrade that. It's killing my homie, dog. Hey, can you guys show me on this PlayStation where the Xbox touched you? Can you show me on this PlayStation where the Xbox touched you? I repeat. Oh, you got to play it. Boot up the PSVR now. I'll watch you stream it if possible. I might, dude. I don't know. I might try to play around with it this weekend. I'm a little irritated, man. I spent $1,300 on that Fanatec wheel, and I'm just not feeling the Gran Turismo 7 force feedback. Like, it's kind of disappointing. It's kind of disappointing. after playing all of the other racing games that I have and then going to Gran Turismo 7, it's fairly disappointing, guys. It really is. YouTubers are scared because Game Pass put them out of the equation. What, dude? I'll tell you what, Fabio, Game Pass games, bro. When I cover them, nobody watches them. Nobody watches them, and it does. Like, it's like the Game Pass effect for content creators. Pretty much anything going to Game Pass on Xbox. It really isn't driving a lot of views unless they're hating on it, bro. That's the only time you're going to get a lot of views for that. The only reason I got a lot of views on the Redfall, man, is because people were bashing it. The only reason I got a lot of views on Forspoken, because people were bashing it. And I do genuinely love both of these games. I think they're incredible to play. I've been playing Uncharted all day. Great game. Uncharted is good, man. I like Uncharted. There's a lot of good stuff that PlayStation creates, guys. There's a lot of good stuff that Xbox creates. I personally don't really necessarily feel like one is better than the other, man. I feel like both Xbox and PlayStation make compelling enough games to own their consoles. I do. Like, I feel like I believe that they're both compelling enough to own. If you're rich like Sev and you can afford a PC, of course, Sev, we know you don't need it. You can just play it on your PC. And that's what's incredible, man. Playing them Xbox games on a PC is incredible. Like, it's great. I bought Redfall, dude. I got 2 copies of Redfall. I could play it on my PC. I could play it on my Xbox Series X. I could play it on my Series S. And it's seamless. It's literally freaking seamless. I stop playing on one and start playing on the other. It's that seamless. I'm not going to even talk about that EU thing, man, because that's what they were saying about the CMA before they came out and shot it down, dude. They were getting everybody's hopes all up just so they could bam right in the face. The Switch is the best console in my opinion. I could play all its games on my PC too. Yeah. Is Shadow being toxic? I thought he was real gameplay of Fable, Perfect Dark, or it's an L. Oh, yeah. Shadow, why are you being toxic, buddy? Shadow's been running around, hanging around in the toxic area again. He's got that King Thresh smell all over him. He has you blocked? You got him blocked, Shadow? Shadow isn't being toxic? Why wouldn't I be confident in Phil? Why wouldn't I? Couldn't handle being called out. Shadow, you know you shouldn't be blocking other freaking people. What's going on with you? He's got I can smell it from here. Shadow has that King Thresh smell all over him. He's got that Marlin Gaming stench. That Reforged Gaming. Yeah, I went over to Reforged Gaming and stopped by Marlon Brandon, and then I went over to King Thresh, and now I'm all psyched up and happy to be a PlayStation fanboy again. He can't handle it when I give him the beat from his action. Shadow, calm down, Junior. Unblock Sev. Can you block a mod? I didn't think you could. You can't block. I think you can block him, but I don't think you can. Department of Gaming Justice. Dude, that's so good, Cabbage. Welcome to the Department of Gaming Justice. You now have to sit before the Honorable Toxic Toad. Ooh, if you don't want me to call you out, stop being. Yeah. Block a mod. Let me try it. No, man, like Shadow, you know that this isn't a freaking toxic console war channel no more. You shouldn't bring that nonsense over here from all those other guys. I know you go over to them channels and they get you all riled up and they get you feeling all get your like little hooves trimmed and all of that stuff. But come on, buddy, come on. They were saying stuff about my. This is all them dudes are doing, man. This is all them dudes are doing for you, Shadow. They're just trying to take people's money, man. It's just a hustle. It's just a hustle. What else can they talk about? They ain't got no games on PlayStation to talk about. Everything on PlayStation, you need a Bud Light to play. So, like, what are they going to talk about, man? Like, what are they going to talk about right now? Right now, with PlayStation first party games, right now with PlayStation first party games, guys, um, I kind of feel like they're having like an identity crisis. They're having an identity crisis. They want really bad to do this virtue signaling and like, yeah, we include everybody, and it's kind of just ruining those game stories, man. Like it is kind of ruining them. They did a 6-hour DLC for Horizon Forbidden West. I played it. I thought it was fine. It definitely tied up a lot of the loose ends for me with the story, the stuff that I was like scratching my head about. And I overall, come across that like that was a good experience from start to finish. Like now that I've got the whole picture of what Horizon Forbidden West was, I that concluded that chapter of the story for me fine enough. Didn't really care too much for the end part. Like it wasn't too terrible, but yeah, dude, their inclusivity is just kind of ruining what PlayStation first party games used to be about. I was sitting here before I went live and I was playing Mortal Kombat 9 and they got the floppy jiggle physics and everything's all skimpy and everything. And I was like, wait a minute, dude. We went to like that to these women looking like nuns, bro. They look like nuns now in all the newer games. They're all covered up and they got all this. You know what I mean? It's like, my goodness, man. People used to love. I'm a Sony shield. Gotta get my Street Fighter 6 bringing sexy back. Yeah, I saw that, Tara. I'm definitely gonna buy that game. I like that kind of stuff, dude. I mean, it's cool, man. It just feels video gamey, but like now it's like, my gosh, dude, what is PlayStation doing with their first party games? What are they doing? Then unblock everybody that you have blocked, Shadow. Oh, wait, somebody was telling me that there's somebody that wanted to get back in. I think it was Demon Edge. Let me get in here and unblock this person. Settings. Community. All right, let me see. Standard moderators. We got all these standard moderators. Wow, we have a lot of moderators, bro. All right, hidden users. Robert Edwards, Pony Trash, Sean Kruska, Rogue. Should we unblock Rogue now? It's been a very, very long time. Big Mike is blocked forever. Xbox Shield probably blocked forever. Red 410, Louise, Dugo, Real IT Shadow, Xbox Cheerleader. Oh, goodness. You mad is blocked. Yeah, do or not. I don't see that person. Oh, there we go. There we go. Hunter. I think that was the name. That's the one that looked. My guy, gamer. Dude, it looks like the rest of that. Literally, there's that many freaking rogue freaking things, dude. You got every single one of them. I guess the dude couldn't figure out another. Guess he couldn't figure out another thing. Andrew Wilkins. Was that guy a bad guy? I don't know. Okay. All right. That's it. That's it for the unblockers. That's it for the unblockers. We'll go ahead and save that. Okay. There we go. We'll go ahead and save that. We'll go ahead and save that. All right. I unblocked a couple of them fellas that. Aloy should come back bearded next game. She's probably got the inhibitors. She's probably been taking the hormones, so them should be fine when they come back in the next game. I did. I unblocked him. C5. I just unblocked him too. Go Packers. Let's see. Let's see how long he lasts. I unblocked him. We'll see how long he lasts. Oh yeah, Go Packers is pretty crazy on Twitter. That's dude. I think he was saying something to me today over there. I was like, dude, are you serious, man? He's like one of my truest fans, bro. It's like I'm just gonna follow you around even on Twitter, man. Uh, I kind of wouldn't mind him doing like the first game again of Mortal Kombat 1. That would be kind of cool. Like if it was like a full blown upgrade for like $40 or 30-40 bucks or something, and it had like new fatalities and everything, I'd not at all, not even on JTEX. Oh, he bought an Xbox and moved on. He bought an Xbox and now he can't get off Game Pass, Shadow. That's why you haven't seen him no more, because now he has an Xbox. He has Game Pass. Actually, love Redfall. Was playing co-op earlier. Great with immersive. I think Redfall is a solid 8. It definitely needs some work, guys. Don't get me wrong, but right now, like I've 100% enjoyed my time every time I played Redfall. It's not a bad game. I see a lot of these guys like. So here's what happens, OCD gamer. Like I've noticed this. A lot of these guys that start YouTube channels for Xbox, they end up caving and falling into the negativity because they, I mean, like think about it. Like MBG. Let's take MBG. Let's take MBG. He was an Xbox fanboy. Used to represent Xbox, doing the same thing he's doing right now on PlayStation. But they broke him. Xbox broke him somehow. Like all the hopes and dreams and wishes and praying and promises that always go on. I'll tell you right now, dude, it's going to be pretty hard for Xbox to break me, bro. They would have to literally quit making Forza Motorsport. They would be like, "Yeah, we're not making this game anymore. It's completely done. We're getting rid of Turn 10." I'd be like, "What? Okay, maybe I guess I'm not." MBG is just a fanboy, always has been a fanboy. Now he's just a fanboy for, and that's what happens, man. Like PlayStation is so popular that it's literally like climbing up a hill, pushing a boulder up a hill to try to represent Xbox. That's why I represent everything, dude. Like I don't care. Like I don't care. Like Xbox is cool, man. I love my Xbox. But I mean, Reforged Gaming is the one I hate the most. I wouldn't tire of punching. PlayStation gaming is getting pretty bad, dude. It's getting to a point where like PlayStation play. I don't know, man. Marlon's entertaining though. I don't have a problem with Marlon. I just think he's a really good e-beggar. Oh, I did see Mystic on YouTube the other day. I know who you guys are talking about now. I do like that guy. He's a pretty cool dude, man. I like Mystic Gaming. Mystic Gaming is one of the ones that like keeps it fair, dude. Like those are the kind of channels we need out there representing, Xbox and PlayStation. We don't need any more of these drama freaking stupid channels of these crybabies on there begging people for change to try to support their families to bash an Xbox, man. It's just too easy, man. It's not even original anymore. It's not even original anymore. More about Xbox. Well, yeah, they do. Well, it's not like they have PlayStation games to talk about. Most of them dudes didn't even buy a PSVR 2. It took an Xbox like me to buy a PSVR 2 that I don't play now. That sucks. I haven't played that thing all month, man. I'm Mystic's a good dude, man. Mystic is a good dude. I've watched his channel before. I just didn't put the name with the face. Like the face is what I remembered. I didn't really remember the name. Well, yeah, you can have fanboy moments. I have fanboy moments with the Xbox. I have fanboy moments with the PlayStation, bro. Wouldn't it be better to just be a fanboy of both? Dude, I think that's so fun. Conker's Bad Fur Day. I wish they would remake it. Oh, I actually want the game. Yeah, Mystic making content. Exactly, dude. I do shift like the wind. I like everything, man. I told you guys not to get too comfortable, man. I'm really not a fanboy. I'm a Ubisoft fanboy, guys. I'm a Ubisoft fanboy. That's why I have low standards for video games. That's why I have a high tolerance for bugs, man. I've got a really high tolerance for bugs. I'm a Ubisoft fanboy. My tolerance for bugs is extremely freaking high. I just read the title. Yeah, I need you guys to start paying me money so I can keep making this amazing content for you. Do you know how hard it is to sit here in a chair and talk about video games? It's freaking super hard, man. It is so hard. Gosh, man. I feel bad for you sometimes. I love Forspoken. You love Forspoken and people didn't care about it. You really enjoy Redfall and people are hating. Man, dude, I like to try to see the positive in the games I'm playing. You know what I mean, guys? I like to try to find the positive. All these guys, dude, it's so easy to find negative in video games. So easy, really easy. Why bash every single thing, man? Why? These guys just becoming a broken freaking record, man. It's like whenever you tune into any of their channels, you know exactly what the content's going to be. You know exactly what the content's going to be, and yeah, dude, it's never original anymore. It's literally the same thing that 50 other freaking channels are saying, man, because they all want a piece of that clickery. And I'm like, dude, haha, let's try this. And then I get a little bit of hey Fable and Kotor, how's it going, man? I do get a little bit discouraged sometimes on the internet, bro. I do. Thanks, Steph. I appreciate it. I need more though. I need a lot more money. I need you guys to just keep paying me to talk about video games. I'm a Bethesda and Obsidian guy. I follow the games. Yeah, exactly, dude. So I've been playing Bethesda games for a very long time. Didn't really ever play a whole lot of their first person shooter stuff, but I mean, I've been playing Bethesda games since Morrowind on Xbox on the original Xbox. Was it Morrowind? Yeah, it was Morrowind on the original Xbox, dude. I've been playing Bethesda games since then. That I think maybe before, but that's the one that I remember the most. I think that was the first game they ever put on Xbox, wasn't it? And then they did Oblivion. I didn't play Oblivion, but I did play Morrowind. And I thought that was pretty cool. Sony has no games and can't manage Bungie. Oh, dang. Disagree, Frog. You try to defend Redfall for so many videos, even though the game is clearly bare bones and not good, yet you will overly criticize games like God of War Ragnarok. It's clear you are biased. You're right. You're right. You're right, Luke. You're right, Luke. I did criticize God of War because I am a huge God of War fan, and that God of War Ragnarok was literal fucking trash. Ooh, that was a bit harsh. It was kind of trash, bro. It was kind of trash. It was boring through the middle of the game. The ending really sucked, but it had good graphics. I didn't want to play as the boy. I didn't care about playing as the boy. So yeah, dude, it was in my eyes, it is the worst God of War game ever made. Hands down. Hands down. And I take that back. It's not trash. It's still playable. I tried to find the good in it. I gave it an 8. I I I went out of my way to try to put together as much as I could to make it good. But I gave it constructive criticism. I gave it constructive criticism. And you're right, dude. Is Redfall perfect? No, man, it's got bugs. I talked about that stuff in my review. But yeah, dude, you can say that content and your thoughts on games. Love you, man. Keep up the good. Thanks, James. I appreciate that. And Department of Gaming Justice. Yeah, God of War, dude, it fell flat, man. I honestly feel like they rewrote that story halfway through just to like for what, man? For what, man? Explain to me how you thought God of War was so great, man. Explain that to me, like, because I've played every single God of War game, even the PSP ones. I've played every single one of them, man. I have a firm understanding of the man that Kratos is. Like, I know who Kratos is. Like, I get the whole thing about him being a dad. Like, I get that. But I think he softened out from Kratos to go that soft, that quick, and to be all like kumbaya and stuff by the end of freaking God of War Ragnarok, man. That was just like, really, dude? Are you serious, man? I came here for a freaking banger, not a soap opera. I wanted a banger. I got a soap opera. Now you can criticize me for that all you want and say that, yeah, you're wrong, Frog. You're wrong. When I play Redfall, bro, when I play Redfall, it's 100% pure video game. It's pure video game, and it feels like a freaking video game. I heard your phone. Oh, unprofessional. Dang it, Josh, dang it. I heard your phone, man. I'm not trying to bag on God of War, dude. It wasn't exactly like the God of War that I grew up playing, man. So you realize that, okay, Luke, you realize they're both different games, right? You realize that both of these games are different. Redfall is an open world looter shooter type freaking Far Cry type game that is made for co-op play with friends. And I think it shines even more in co-op than it does in single player. But single player is still good. It's still eerie. It was still fun to go and play that. And I was engaged, man. I was engaged. Let's put it this way. On God of War Ragnarok, guys, after about 5 hours, after you become Atreus the first time, the game, the story and everything just goes, it's really slow and it's kind of boring. With Redfall, dude, I've been engaged the whole time I've played Redfall, 100%. Like, dude, I would love to give Redfall a higher score, but I don't feel like I feel like there's some stuff that's not clicking for Redfall at the moment right now to give it a higher score, man. It got an 8. That's not a bad score, and that's not a great score, but it's a good enough score for paying $70 for that game, dude. That $70, it's, yeah, dude, the $70, man. I don't know. I don't think any game this generation's really been worth $70. And some of the biggest bangers this generation have been $60. Elden Ring, $60. $60. You can expect a lot from Arcane for, I mean, you're right, Luke. If you're an Arcane fan, I didn't really care much for Dishonored 2 or Prey. Well, it's not that I didn't care for them. I didn't play enough of them to care. But at the same time, man, like, I don't know, man. Like, Redfall for me just kind of clicks. It just clicks. I like it. I like that vampire setting, bro. I like the way they nailed that nighttime, man. And if I'm enjoying the game and I think it's good enough for an 8, there's other people out there that are going to feel like I do, man, that are going to like the game. And you know, Luke, you don't even know the amount of people in my DMs on Twitter that have come to me and be like, "Hey, bro, I watched your God of War review. Yeah, man, I agree with you, man. That sounds pretty fair." But then I also get people that come to my DMs and they're like, "Dude, like that game sucked. It was way worse than that." And I still defend my 8 even when they say it's worse, bro. And like when the people come to me and tell me like, "No, man, God of War is a straight 10. It was a masterpiece." I'm just like, "Okay, well, I'm glad you feel that way. That's awesome that you enjoyed it that much." I'm not here to like argue about how I feel about games, bro. I'm not going to fall in line with the rest of the YouTube guys and just bash everything when they decide to bash everything. I'm never going to fall in line with those guys. I'm going to continue to play games the way I play games and give you and give you my honest opinion about it from the way I see it. I think Redfall really, really shines a lot when you get into multiplayer. It shines a lot. It is very fun. It is very immersive. When on that, okay, the first map, it's kind of slow and more like kind of teaching you how to play the game and like letting you do a little bit of exploring and finding stuff, and the enemies aren't really that super tough or anything like that. But then once you get to the second island, Matt, or the second map, oh my freaking gosh, dude. It starts off with a freaking bang. You're like, whoa, dude. And there's more like hardcore vampires once you get there. Like there's a lot more going on that second map. The old game was fire on Sony. Have fun with the new trash. Been gaming since 2006. I've been playing PlayStation since PlayStation 1, man. Since PlayStation 1, I have seen some of my favorite, like I'll tell you right now, dude, most of my favorite franchises have been on PlayStation. But they're gone now. They're just gone. Yeah, the first map is kind of an introduction, and then you get to the open world, and then you start playing and like exploring and hanging out with. Oh my gosh, dude, it was pretty fun. We played for about, I don't know. I think I only captured like 50 minutes of it or something. I can upload that whole video for you guys because I was just about to delete everything. My hard drive's getting pretty full with all the with all the gaming stuff I got on there. But I'm thinking about deleting most of that stuff. But I could upload that. I can upload that so you guys can just watch that full multiplayer experience. That multiplayer experience is kind of what pushed me over the top because I was leaning more toward like a 7, but that's kind of what pushed me to an 8. If for right now, that's what kind of saved that for me, to be completely honest with you. Without that multiplayer experience in there, I was kind of leaning more towards a 7 because I mean, like the game was good, but it does kind of get. I'm not gonna. I mean, it's not. It does kind of get a little bit lonely playing that, but once you got other people in there, it kind of it changes the dynamics of how you're exploring and how you're doing things. And so, like, I really like that, and I kind of feel like that's the way Redfall was built and perceived, was mainly for that multiplayer experience. But they wanted to cater to single player fans. They really wanted to do that and make that there. I kind of feel like what that's what kind of, I'm not going to say ruined the experience, but I think that's kind of the thing that kind of just tweaked the balance. Because if you're playing Redfall alone, it does get kind of lonely. You know what I mean? Because you don't have like a whole lot of NPCs to talk to all the time. You don't really have a lot of stuff going on. It's pretty much just you exploring the world and dealing with all of that. But when you have an active community of people that you're actually playing with, it really does change the dynamic of that experience. So I do recommend playing some of it single player. There are stuff that you can play single player and enjoy that. But I feel like you also need to experience that game single player and multiplayer, because it opens up, like it just starts to open up, man. The more you're in the world and the more you're doing things and exploring. Redfall's got a good base. I've read like the post launch kind of stuff. They've got new monsters that are coming. They've got new playable characters. They have more story content and stuff that's going to be coming to the game. The way they designed Redfall pretty much makes it so it's like a streamlined process, so they can continue to create this content fairly quickly. I'm hoping they've definitely got to deal with some bugs. I did run into I'd probably say maybe 10% of my playthrough I experienced, like maybe and this is everything combined, like all the bugs combined is about 10%, like with the AI like freaking out and just going dumb. That happened a few times. Some slowdown and stutters on the Xbox Series X version, and then also having like some problems with the PC version. There's some stuff in Redfall that, yeah, you can nitpick and tell the developer I want it fixed, but I would like to see. They're not even the same kind of game, Luke. Yeah. What did you want me to give God of War? 6? I could give God of War 6, bro. I'll give a Luke, between me and you, God of War's a 6, okay? Just so that you feel a little better about the whole thing. Between me and you, God of War's a 6, bro. Straight up 6. Very sixy, very sixy, man. If you want, if you don't like my 8 for both of them, dude, you can have Redfall can have a, or God of War Ragnarok can have a 6. I'll go ahead and give God of War Ragnarok a 6. I'll make a new video on it, and I'll give it a 6. Ran into 2 bugs. Are you sure you were playing Redfall when you ran into those bugs, or were you playing Grounded? You were playing Grounded. That game has a lot of bugs. I'm not gonna lie, I can't get into the Switch. I only like 3 IPs, 64 Zelda game. Dank, it is pretty hard to get into Switch, bro. You had to reset it one time. Yeah, Luke, I'm not here to make you mad, buddy, but if you want me to change my God of War, bro, it can be a 6 for you. Just so that you feel better about it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to upset you by giving God of War Ragnarok such a high score. I do. I feel bad now. I feel bad. I didn't mean to confuse you. I don't want you to feel confused at all. Like that would make me feel bad. Just not seeing what you're seeing with Redfall. The game is not fun whatsoever. It's a catastrophe of a video game. Yeah, dude. Some people watch a lot of Digital Foundry and start hating video games, Luke. I think it's a perfectly good average video game, man. I think it's fine. I don't see anything major wrong with it, bro. Does it have the polish and the AAA budget quality like a Xbox first party or PlayStation first party should have? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, man. It's not. It's a dang video game. You got to understand, guys, these are video games. They're literal video games. Video games, man. Like before The Last of Us came out, they were video games, dude. Game God of War 2 is a 10 out of 10. I gotta give it a 10 out of 10 because it's a cinematic game. No, man. I was pretty disappointed with Ragnarok, guys. I was, and I really was. I'm a big time God of War fan, man. Like I was the 2018, like I got through it and it was pretty decent. Like I remember that story and playing through that, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is cool. I was still under that, like, oh my gosh, this is quality. This is super quality. I was still under that. And then like God of War Ragnarok came out, man, and it just felt there. Don't get me wrong, guys. There's some amazing freaking points in God of War Ragnarok. There are some really cool things in God of War Ragnarok. But I mean, there's also so much filler and fodder that it literally felt like a bloated DLC. That's what it felt like. Okay, if they blow Redfall out of the water, that's fine. Like I get that. You got to understand that Arcane was trying something new, man. They were trying something new. They're trying to do like this open world thing. They're trying to make this, this multiplayer experience, man. Like I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt for that. I don't think they intentionally put out a trash game. Like I don't feel like they went out of their way to be like, yeah, you know what, man? We made these good games. Let's make this piece of trash game and let's just give it to them on Game Pass. That doesn't make any sense to me, man. These guys poured their hearts and soul. They came out with this idea and they were like, dude, this sounds really good on paper. And from what I'm looking at, from what I'm seeing, when I sit back and look at the whole Redfall experience, I'm like, wow, dude, if they do this and this and this and this game's going to be fire. And everybody's going to be like, oh my God, Redfall is the next Sea of Thieves. You know what I mean? Like Redfall has the building blocks to be great. And I can see that. Like I can see that. Mark my words, Luke. I guarantee once Redfall's fixed and the full thing is realized to a point where it's like you're gonna like people are gonna you're gonna see, dude, that this game is gonna turn around and it's gonna be incredible. They're gonna bring that Arcane Austin greatness to Redfall, and then everybody's gonna be like, oh man, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, dude, I told you guys back then, like this is a pretty decent game. It's pretty fun. I was playing God of War on Series X the other day. Sounds weird, doesn't it? He sounds like a fanboy. Maybe if Redfall had super cheesy sobs. Yeah, exactly. If all the characters had rainbow outfits, it'd be great, dude. Everybody would love it. Ragnarok came with my PS bundle. If it was a physical copy, I would have traded it, but Sony were smart enough to give digital codes. Yeah, dude, that's what they did. Everybody's like, yeah, man, God of War sold 11 million copies. Dude, you realize that during that 3-month sale, that 3-month freaking quarter, PlayStation sold 6 million PlayStation 5s. And I bet every single one of those pretty much had a God of War Ragnarok in the freaking case on a little card that everybody could buy. Yeah. Plague Tale Requiem running at 70 to 100 frames on Series X today. I heard they updated it. I bought it on PC, Rich. So maybe I can download it and check it out. But yeah, dude, I bought it on PC. So I'm getting like some weird stutters on the PC version. What's up, Johnny Gaming? Ain't no way you hyping Redfall and saying God of War Ragnarok is disappointing. Why wouldn't I be? God of War Ragnarok was fairly disappointing for me. I've been playing God of War since the first one, though, man. But if you like it, I'm not trying to convince you that it's a bad game. I'm not trying to tell you that it's a bad game. I'm just saying that it did not live up to my unrealistically high PlayStation first party exclusive AAA $70 banger expectations. You know what? That's just me, man. Like I do hold PlayStation to a higher, I do kind of hold them to a higher standard. That's true. I'm not trying to say I'm not biased. I do hold them to a higher standard. I do. It's PlayStation, man. PlayStation cannot get away with what Xbox can get away with, man. You know what I mean? Like it will completely damage that PlayStation brand, bro. Making games were easy. They would call him about Plague Tale. I think Spider-Man, Miles Morales blows God of War. Oh yeah, dude, easy. I think the Spider-Man games are incredible. Ghost of Tsushima was better than God of War Ragnarok. Do you know what I mean? Like the first Horizon Zero Dawn was incredible, man. I do hold them to a higher standard, Johnny. Why wouldn't I, bro? It's PlayStation. It's PlayStation. Not dude, I don't really think my expectation for like I did you beat God of War Ragnarok, Johnny? Did you beat it? You're trying to tell me that ending was like super good for you, man. That was like over the top, like best ending God of War ever had. You're trying to tell me that one was better? Kane of Bridge of Spirit slaughters Ragnarok. Yeah, it does. It's true. I think I definitely gave Kane of Bridge of Spirits like a 90, bro. That game was good and definitely beat God of War Ragnarok. I liked Ghost of Tsushima, dude. I thought the combat in that game was incredible. I thought the world building in that was incredible. The storytelling in that was incredible. Um, dude, see, 2018, the ending of 2018 was like, really, man, really, we got to wait for DLC. That's kind of the way I felt with the ending of 2018. But the whole game and the pacing and the story of 2018 was a lot better than what Ragnarok was. And then Ragnarok's ending was like, really, dude? We went through all of that for this? For this? Really? This is it? This is the best Sony Santa Monica can do for God of freaking War? Yeah, I was a little bit stunned, man. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I was like, ooh boy. Ghost was better than God of War. God of War combat was fun, but hated the story. I hated playing as Atreus. I didn't like that kid in God of War, bro. I think that they should have. I think they could have done that story a lot better. A lot better, man. They could have made Atreus cool, but no, they wanted to make him a whiny ass little brat, dude, and I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. They could have made that kid cool, but they chose to go down the whiny little brat teen, whatever. That just it ruined it for me. You really think, dude? I mean, Kratos gonna let some little kid backtalk him like that, dude? Kratos, really, man? He would have put the fear of freaking, yeah, dude. It doesn't even make sense, man. Like you've seen Kratos literally take out freaking gods. He's gonna let a little boy talk to him like that, really, dude? Really? Oh, I don't know, man. Like I'm not. I didn't really start this episode tonight to sit and argue with people that love like I might infect you with my thinking, man. Like you better be careful, man. Because seriously, if you pick God of War Ragnarok apart, man, you will start to see how that game falls apart pretty quickly. Pretty quickly, man. Boy, shine my boots. Yeah, exactly. Nice t-shirt, bro. Oh, thanks. What, you like my card art? You like my card art? It'll make me look brighter. Rise is still better than God of War. I liked Rise Son of Rome. I thought that was a pretty cool game. Definitely a little bit short. Pretty linear experience, but it was good. I ended up playing that. I ended up playing that pretty late in the generation. Kratos' character. What are the major flaws of Ragnarok? Okay, so let's talk about the story then. Warning, there are going to be spoilers for God of War Ragnarok. So you're playing as Kratos. The whole game, the way it is, you got Atreus, he's trying to like always go behind Kratos' back. He's trying to do things, he's putting himself in situations. It really just the way that they told all of that stuff, the way that they broke up the overall the pacing of that game. The pacing was completely off because of that. I don't mind. I wouldn't have minded playing Atreus the first time when he goes and he finds when he goes and finds Freya. That part would have been okay. I could have got over that. But then they have him go and do these other things that just completely mess up the pacing. So I would say one of my major problems was with the game was pacing. I don't like that when I'm playing a single player game. I don't like that. I don't like the pacing getting all screwed up like that. Tyr's character, I hated how they portrayed Tyr. I really did. I hated that. I hated how he was like weak and all of that stuff. And even when you find him after you find out that it was that it was Odin, you know, being faking to be Tyr, that really irritated me as well. Like he was still just this weak freaking whatever dude, didn't want nothing to do with anything. All of a sudden Kratos needs like all these other people to help him like do all this battle, and like they like turned it into like a family story. I don't know, man. The writing to me just felt really off. And then the ending, like like all of a sudden Thor's like, yeah, man, whatever, dude, you're a bad guy. And then like Odin kills him, bro. I'm like, really, dude? And then you fight Odin, and that was pretty weak. I don't know. And then yeah, dude, it was just dumb. It didn't make any sense. It felt stupid. It felt dumb. It felt watered down. It felt like they wanted to kill Kratos in this game, and then they they were like, oh my gosh, dude, the fans are gonna hate us for this. So they hurried up and changed it or something. It just felt broken in the overall story for me. When it comes to like the combat, I really don't like the camera for God of War Ragnarok. I didn't like it in 2018. I still don't like it in Ragnarok. It was pretty irritating. I didn't really jive too well with that. The combat feels fine, whatever, but it's still just not. I wish they would have gave me something that I could slide back away from the camera, man. Like my complaints about God of War Ragnarok, a lot of people, like some people might not have it, but going against, well, maybe there was hints of it or whatever, but yeah, it just didn't feel that great, man. It didn't feel that great. Yeah, AC Valhalla did a lot of stuff. Yeah, AC Valhalla did a lot of that better, man. Like AC Valhalla, I think pretty much nailed like that. Like not nailed, but did a better job. Ragnarok started strong. I thought the Stranger fight was better than the Thor fight. Um, I just think, dude, honestly, guys, I probably was so overhyped for God of War Ragnarok that like when it didn't live up to that hype level, it just kind of fell flat for me. Well, if you like the combat, that's good that you like the combat. I'm not gonna, yeah, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh guys, yeah. I'm not gonna gush over God of War Ragnarok, bro. It seriously was not my favorite one of the series. It's my least favorite one of the whole series. It's the only one that I have not played through twice because I don't care to play through that game again. Like I don't. I have no idea. I have no desire to play through that one again. Stop playing it 4 hours in. Yeah, dude. It was once you get to that part. Once you get after that first Atreus mission, dude, it drags. It literally felt like there was so much filler in that game that yeah, dude, I mean, most of it literally felt like the exact same gameplay. Like it could have just been a DLC, man. They should have just been made a DLC. We waited 5 years for that to come out, guys. They should have just made it a DLC. It felt like there was so much filler in that game that I don't know, man. Like I just, dude, it didn't hit. What's up, Sicko? How you doing? It just didn't hit for me, man. Like it didn't hit for me, and you can't expect me to just be like, I'm not just gonna sit here and tell you guys like, oh yeah, I loved it. I loved it, man. No, no, no. Sequels. Yeah, you're right. That I mean, like having similar gameplay, whatever. I mean, yeah, I can definitely go for that. But I mean, we waited 5 years for that, bro. 5 years, Johnny. 5 freaking years for that, man. And that's what we got, bro. That's what we got. That was the best they could do. 5 years. 5 years of waiting, and that was the best they could do. I don't remember Phil Spencer ever coming out and saying that we were going to get quality titles. I don't think that he ever came out once and said that, don't you worry, guys, this generation, we're going to have PlayStation level quality games. Don't worry about that. No, they came out and they said, hey, guys, we're going to make Fable. Anybody that's played Fable before, you pretty much know what to expect. I think the only one that they kind of overpromised on um, was probably Perfect Dark. That's the only one that they were like, yeah, this is going to be a quadruple A title. It's going to be like a quadruple A title. Remember that? So that's the only one that I feel like they've 100% overpromised on, and they will 100% underdeliver. On the quadruple A thing, man, with just I don't know. I mean, they've got a good team working on it. Crystal Dynamics is helping them, so it might turn out to be pretty dang good. But yeah, that's the one game that I feel like they might have overpromised on. I still don't feel like they've overpromised on Hellblade 2, but I do kind of feel like Hellblade 2, if it's a corridor game like God of War Ragnarok, man, I don't know, and I don't like that about God of War Ragnarok. I don't like that it's a corridor game, dude. I don't like that. It was a great game. It's faulted by the hardware. Oh, I liked it, but at the same time, disappointed. 7.9, maybe I would give it. What for God of War? Man, I've had plenty of people tell me that they feel the same way I do, and then I've had plenty of people say they love it and it's a masterpiece, and then I've had people saying that it's below what I said it was, and I'm sticking with my 8, except for Luke. Luke, I'll let you have the 6 for that if you want it. We haven't heard a single thing on Perfect Dark since like 2 or 3 years. Yeah, we haven't heard anything except for all the negative. Yeah, dude, their team's falling apart and it's not going to work. It's you know what I mean. That's all we've heard on that. What's a 10 out of 10? Later chat, Frog. I have to go. Ah, you're fine. I don't know, man. I feel like everybody's just so quick to say everything PlayStation does is a masterpiece that like when anybody actually talks out about it or says anything about it, like everybody's just like, no, man, we got to hold the line. What was that? King David said, you got to hold the line. The PlayStation fanboys have got to hold the line, and I differ from them. I have my own brain, dude. I can think by myself. But Ragnarok, dude, just wasn't doing it for me, man. I felt, yeah, dude, I felt like they could have been way better. I mean, if that's what you guys want from Xbox is some linear freaking pretty games, whatever, dude. Yeah, I guess maybe they should make some, but I don't really. I'm getting to the point where I just don't care for those that much anymore. I mean, I get like because I was for a while there. I was that type of gamer that really just liked that, short type of experience that want to just be able to get through it, have a really good story and really good graphics, all of that stuff. I was like that for a while, but now, dude, I don't know, man. I want a little bit more for my money when I'm buying these games. I want an open world to explore. I want some co-op multiplayer type stuff. Um, PlayStation games are pretty one and done, man. You get through them and they're like, "Oh, don't worry, man. We put in a new game plus mode." I'm like, dude, who wants a new game plus mode for everything, bro? I just want more of the game. I don't want to wait 5 years for more of it. Different tastes in gaming. That's okay. I will tell you that my favorite types of games are sim racing, open world games, first person shooters. Corridor shooters have like literally fallen down below freaking yeah, dude. I used to love corridor games, but they've fallen pretty low. I'm it depends. Like I am excited to see what that Horizon Live Service game is going to be like. I'm definitely excited for that. I want to see what that one's going to be like. Um it depends, man. Like factions for for The Last of Us might be pretty good if they do it right. But for the most part, no, I'm not really excited for any more Genshin impacts. I'm not excited for any more of that kind of stuff. Wolfenstein: The New Order. Oh yeah, the New Order's good. Wait, which one's the New Order? Are you talking about the one with the sisters? What one was that one? I pull up Steam. I can look it up on Steam. Wolfenstein. The New Order. Oh, Youngblood. It was Youngblood. Yeah. Wolfenstein: The New Order. I like the new Colossus. I think they're both pretty good, man. I think they're both pretty good. I think they're both good. I like both of those ones. I think Bethesda makes some cool games, but then I also think they make some stinkers, man. You know what I mean? Like Evil Within 2 was kind of a stinker for me. Rage 2, I've always enjoyed that game. Rage 2 is pretty cool. I like Rage 2. I kind of was irritated with that though when it first came out and it was only like 1080p or something. I was pretty disappointed with that. Oh, I can't even maintain a steady thing. It averages 23 or 24 FPS according to leaks. My Steam Deck holds a steady 30 on Elden Ring, so I know it's possible. Ooh, man, are we talking about Zelda being 24 frames a second? I'm gonna trash that game, dude. I paid $75 for that. Oh, ooh. They need a few safe games. You like the second one, solid, dude. I couldn't get into it, man. I got to I got to that like ghost boss, and I was just like, dude, I don't care for this, man. I didn't care for that game. I didn't care for that one. My friend at work beat it, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to finish that one. We need a Max Payne 4. Maybe I'll download it on PC and see if I can See if I can overcome my. I think the visuals, bro. The visuals kind of. I like the first game. That one was creepy and good, but I didn't really care much for the second game. I like the first one though. Sony just canceled a multiplayer game because they fear failure. PlayStation has backed themselves into a corner, bro. They really have with all this nonsense. If you've been here at this channel for a while, you know that I was calling on PlayStation not to, to stop worrying about like the the pretty visuals so much and start making some games again, because I want a new SOCOM, man. Like there's games that I want that PlayStation has just put on a shelf and relied too heavily on Call of Duty. Had better story than Evil Within, but the open world was less linear approach. I think it wasn't a good decision. Yeah, I never finished the second game, so I'm not gonna really go on and bang on, and I'm not really gonna bang on too much about Evil Within 2 because I haven't finished it, so I'm not gonna really pass judgment. I got to a point and I had no desire to finish it. Actually, okay, here's the exact thing that happened with Evil Within 2. I bought it on PlayStation 4 Pro when it came out. I played fairly far into the game. When I got my Xbox One X, I bought it again, and then I started playing into it again, and I just gave up on it. And there was a lot of other games I was moving. It kind of got caught in the it kind of got caught in the transition of moving from PS4 to Xbox One X with all my third-party games. Youngblood, Youngblood was such a miss, bro. It was like Wolfenstein was flying, and then Youngblood was like, bam. I was like, no, don't do that. Everyone, I've got a lot of unfinished games in my library that I'll get to eventually, maybe. Vape Man Strikes Again. Oh, what's up, Jago? I might go back on there. I might download it on PC and see. I tried to download the first one on PC and it was kind of broken. Can tell you're already going to trash Zelda for its performance, but I feel like if you actually put that aside, you may actually enjoy it. I'm not going to trash it for its performance, dude. I expect it to play exactly like the first game played, man. I expect it to play just like the first game did, man. Like I don't have any unrealistic expectations for Breath or for Tears of the Kingdom. I paid $70 for it, dude. I'm gonna be fair. I think everyone's against Xbox because it's easy clicks, bro. Honestly, it's easy clicks. I'm not going to call Zelda a DLC because I guarantee it's going to have over 50 hours of gameplay. Easy. And it's not going to be like 18 hours of gameplay with a bunch of freaking filler in there. Because that's what I felt like God of War was, man. It was... God of War Ragnarok should have been a DLC, bro. If they weren't gonna expand it and make it bigger and make it more epic, why do it, man? Go big or go home. I think PS Plus, I haven't used my PS Plus in a while. Dude, I barely ever turn my PlayStation on, to be completely honest with you. It's a gamer first and foremost, though, over anything else. Xbox has no games. You know that. You know that Xbox has no games. Game Pass has them all. Xbox doesn't have any games. They're all on Game Pass. All the games are on Game Pass. Xbox doesn't have any games. Yes, I will be doing the Forspoken. Got to pass the donation plate around again, guys. Donation plate. Need you guys to support my PlayStation habit because I can't afford those games. They're $70. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, Forspoken definitely going to be playing that. I have it. I already own the DLC as well. I liked Forspoken, dude. Forspoken is a banger for me. It's software working closely with Bethesda to overhaul Starfield combat. Oh, this guy's going games. That's what I was. They're all on Game Pass. Xbox doesn't have any games. They're all on Game Pass. Well, I don't think you'll be waiting too much longer, Luke. Well, I don't know, dude. It depends on the game, man. Xbox games are so freaking diverse, bro. Finding a good one that's going to be good for everybody. I don't know, man. I don't know. PS4 version, so it didn't fully optimize the PS5's power. No, they made it perfectly clear. We're trying to push the PlayStation 4 to its absolute breaking point with God of War Ragnarok. And I'm like, okay, well, what are you going to do for the PlayStation? We're going to make it look pretty. It was 60 frames per second. Okay, whatever. But we're going to charge you $70 for that. But I already bought a PS5. $70. You have to pay $70. People will talk about as a generational game of the year contender. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna bet on Starfield to be that game. Hellblade 2, maybe. Definitely Forza. I think Forza is gonna set the bar for what a new next gen racing simulation game should look like. I have unrealistically high expectations for Forza Motorsport as well. I don't know if I'd put your hope on Starfield, bro. I don't know if I'd put my hopes and dreams and everything on Starfield, Luke. Maybe wait for Hellblade 2 or something. Starfield is definitely going to be a good game, but is it going to be... It's going to be a Bethesda game, bro. It's going to be Bethesda. Like some of the young blood, but they went too far with the microtransactions and story, which is all over the place. Oh, let's get Starfield Metacritic. Let's not, because they're probably gonna try to Redfall it. Comments on whether Series S games should be priced lower or not. I think they should, bro. If they're not gonna go out of their way to try to hit 60 frames on Series S, yeah, man, lower the price. Gonna live out my Tony Montana dreams. There was somewhat of a story in Youngblood. Skyrim space appeals to me greatly. Well, I can already hear it coming. This game's like No Man's Sky. They're gonna bag on it for looking like No Man's Sky, bro. Like we already seen what that looked like, bro. They're coming after it full force. Don't you worry, man. Don't you worry. They're gonna hate that game, and then you're gonna be on here telling me, "How dare you give this game a 90, Frog? It's not a 90. It's a 40. Why? All my favorite, all my bestest goodest favorite e-beggars told me that it was a trash game." Every time, like, dude, I'm gonna look at Starfield. I'm gonna play Starfield. I'm gonna have some fun with Starfield. And it's probably going to be pretty cool because here's the thing, dude. I like No Man's Sky, but I don't like the visual aesthetic of No Man's Sky. I actually hate the visual aesthetics of No Man's Sky. So when I saw Redfall or when I saw Starfield, and then it had like that gameplay for like No Man's Sky, I was like, dude, that's cool. That's cool, man. I like that. I'm excited about that. Starfield's not going to be better than Ragnarok. Okay, I get it, Johnny. You really, really, really like Ragnarok. Okay, I get it. Nothing will ever be better than Ragnarok for you. If that's the game you want to hold up and hold on to, bro, handle that shit, man. Like, no, I'm not here to judge you, bro. If you like it that much, cool. I'm not telling you that, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I'm going to like Starfield probably more than God of War Ragnarok. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because I do like No Man's Sky a lot, but I do not like the visual aesthetic of that game. Tacked on RBG are kind of trash. Well, I feel like I don't really watch Mr. Matty Plays like at all. Like at all. I don't really watch a whole lot of the Xbox YouTuber guys. So hey, Michael, I appreciate that, my friend. I don't really watch a lot of these guys, man. Like I don't want my thoughts or my feelings about how a game is to be influenced in any way by any other YouTuber. And it seems like the only way to grow on YouTube these days is to be negative. And I don't want to be a negative dude all the time, man. I don't want to be a toxic toad, man. I want to be a tranquil frog. I want to be a tranquil frog and just like video games, man. And most content creators are NPCs. They all follow the same script. Exactly, dude. I don't, man, you could see that, dude. You go from one content creator to another, and it's literally all the same thing, bro. All the same thing. If one of the top dogs comes out and says, yeah, this game's good, everybody says that game's good. One of the top dogs come out and say it's trash, all of the content creators say it's trash. If one of the top dogs come out and say, yeah, guys, I didn't get review code for this game, but don't blame the developers. Don't say anything to them. It's not a big deal. I'll get around to it. Instantly, that game is trash. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've been following it. I've been watching it. Not trying to rain on their parades or like really say anything, but yeah, dude, I kind of feel like there's this hierarchy. I really do kind of feel like there's this unspoken code of video game developers that if you want to be big and successful, you have to follow it. Because I mean, think about it, bro. If I wasn't an authentic person and I was just doing this for and I was just doing this for clout, I'd have got pushed off YouTube a long time ago. I would have failed a long time ago. But I'm authentic and I'm pretty damn consistent in how I treat things and how I do things. And people appreciate that. But if I was fake, bro, I'd have been gone a long time ago. So that's just kind of the way I see it, man. And most people would give up or just follow in that. They would either give up and be like, oh, I'm not even going to try to climb that mountain, or they would just feed into it. And you see a lot of that happening. You see a lot of them just feeding into it. But like, dude, if you're like new to the game, man, and you're just following what everybody else is doing, it's not going to last long either. Hold that line, Johnny. Hold that God of War line all the way to the end, bro. Honestly, Johnny, there are people out there that love video games, and no matter what you say or how do you try to influence them, they're going to love that game, man. And I respect you for standing your ground and being one of those people that love God of War Ragnarok, bro. I don't want to take that from you. If you love that game, dude, I don't want to take that from you. That's why I really don't want to sit here and bash God of War. I don't want to bash God of War Ragnarok. I know there's people out there that really do love it. I gave it an 8. I did a review on it. That's how I felt about it. It is to this date the only God of War that I haven't played twice. So yeah, dude, it's just not my favorite one out of all of them, and I feel like an 8 was pretty fair. I feel like it deserved at least an 8 because there's a lot of stuff in there that really does work and really is good, but the overall picture of it for me just didn't work, man. And I don't want to, yeah, dude, I don't want to try to make anybody feel negative about that game, bro. Like I don't, man. I don't want to influence people to hate something. And you know, dude, I gave if you guys look back to it, if you go back, there was this game. It's called Biomutant. I gave Biomutant a 7.5. I played Biomutant with the mindset that like this game is made for teenagers. I put myself, and maybe that was disrespectful to teenagers, but I put myself in like how I would have been feeling if I was a teenager, and I tried to put myself in that mindset because I do identify as a man child, so I can kind of become a child every once in a while. I do get childish. So it was kind of okay to put myself in that. And like, I didn't think it was terrible. I thought the game was pretty cool. I tried to find everything I could to be positive about that game, because the writing and the story was just not that great. But like, the gameplay was cool, like the combat was pretty cool, the exploration in that game was pretty cool, the open world looked pretty cool. For a 20-man development team, dude, I was like, dude, I don't want to knock these guys and just be completely negative towards it. But I also don't want to like score it like super high and like be like fake about it. So I mean, I felt like a 7.5 was pretty decent for that game, because most of the stuff worked, but there was some stuff that they didn't fix. And now that game's been upgraded for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. It does run better, it does look better. And I was like, wow, man, this is actually kind of cool. I do wish that they would support that more, but I mean, like, what more can they really do? I'm just hoping that I don't know. And then and then Crossfire X comes out. It had 2 story campaigns. The overall total playtime for that game was about 5.5 hours to complete both of those. I gave that an 8 as well. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool, man. I thought it was just good enough to be an 8. There was, I mean, the visuals were incredible on that game. The physics were incredible on that. Some of the writing was pretty dang good. Some of the writing wasn't like really that great. The bullet time, just the stuff they put in there for $20, I thought that was pretty cool, man. That seemed pretty AAA for like a $20 video game. Like, that was high quality. And I do love Control Remedy games. I think they're incredible. I think the Northlight engine is amazing. So I do like those games, and I genuinely thought that Crossfire X was a solid 8. I mean, when I rate games, guys, I rate them on my experience, bro. I do have dude, I play so many games, Luke, it's not even funny, bro. I play a lot of games, and I try to find the good in every single thing that I play. I really do try to find the good. Even Saints Row, man. Like, I don't think Saints Row was a terrible game. That actually got some DLC that I need to check out. Thanks for reminding me. Oh yeah, got some DLC from my Saints Row. Where are you, Mr. Saints Row? You're not even downloaded right now, Saints Row? Not good. Let's remedy that. Saints Row got a new expansion to the map and some heist missions. So that is good. I have this game on PS5 as well. The developer did provide PlayStation 5 code for this well after the game had been out, after I'd paid for it on Xbox. This game wasn't even $70. This was a $60 game. I had fun playing it. I mean, dude, I was playing this game, Luke. I was playing Saints Row. I bought it the day it came out, and I was live streaming it for everybody. I was having fun with it. And dude, I had people come into my stream telling me that game's such trash. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, like, what are these guys talking about? Because I'm playing this game like in real time as people are sitting there trashing it. Like, I'm not seeing any of the negativity going on about it. And I'm sitting here playing this game. I'm having fun. I'm not having any bugs. I'm not having any glitches. It feels like a video game. I'm like, dude, this is pretty fun, man. This is like not too bad. Okay, so I never really cared for like the super crude humor of the original Saints Rows, but this one here was like, dude, I kind of like it, man. It's not too bad. I'd say Saints Row was okay. Like all of these games, Biomutant, Forspoken, Crossfire X, Saints Row, Redfall, I just think are not good. You might just be burnt out on games. I don't know, man. Forspoken was incredible, man. Forspoken is like like a 9.5 for me, bro. That game, I love it. What else am I supposed to find with it, Luke? What else am I supposed to find with video games except for simple enjoyment? You know what I mean? Like there's some bangers out there that are really heavy hitting games, but I would say 90% of the stuff that's out there are built to entertain you, bro. Like I'm not looking for like this The Last of Us every single game I play, bro. I'm not looking for that. I want games to play that are going to entertain me, that I can have fun with, more than I want. Like, dude, that's why I have a PlayStation 5, so I can play those bangers every once a year when they come out. Yeah, that's why, dude. I've been trying to wean people off that stuff on this channel for a long time, Luke. That's why I tell people, quit watching Digital Foundry. That's going to ruin the gaming experience for you. Stop listening to all the hate channels. That's just going to ruin gaming for you. And just start playing games and having fun. I honestly recommend Game Pass so that you can just play games and have fun. Play games and have fun, man. Forget about all the nonsense on YouTube, all the negativity, dude, and start enjoying games again. Because what else do you got, man? Like, what else do you got? I buy games. Dude, I literally buy... I bought TT Isle of Man 3 so I could just drive around that open map. I spent $60 so I could drive around that open map because I have no desire to race on the motorcycles. I just think driving them is fun. I like to get in cockpit cam and drive around freaking Snaefell course, dude. That to me was worth $60. That to me was worth $60. Do you know what I mean? Like playing something like Ride 4, bro. Just doing time trials. That to me was worth $80. I'm going to buy Ride 5. That to me is going to be worth $80 to drive whatever bike I want. It's like the Gran Turismo of motorcycle game. And I love it, dude. I love it. I bought Riders Republic, man, because I just wanted to explore the map and have fun on a snowboard and a mountain bike, dude. There's so many games that I buy that, like, I some games I'll buy them, man, and I'll just enjoy. I try not to review these games that I buy like that because I really do. I really do buy a lot of games just so that I can experience something new. Yeah, I got Saints Row the 3rd remastered right here too. Can't you see that? I got them both. Boop. I bought Saints Row 3rd remastered and checked that out. And then I was looking at both of them together, and people are like, Saints Row 3rd remastered looks better than freaking Saints Row. And I'm like, have you guys seen these two games together? Ooh, yes, I did. I didn't care for the Lego one, but the rally one, I loved that, dude. I loved that. I sat there and played through that the whole weekend. Digital Foundry is great, but they have ruined the industry. Everyone's an expert now, and all the devs are lazy. Exactly, man. I get so mad when I listen to that stuff. Okay, let me give you guys an update on my PC experience, and this is how I feel about it. As long as the game runs better than my consoles, I'm usually okay with that. What's up, Shaq? Welcome back to the Pony Chat. We're just here for some of my biggest, goodest, favorite e-beggar said Xbox sucks. Just trying to get some of that freaking change, man. Oh my gosh. What's up, Reefaman? Reefaman is back. So guys, let me tell you, as an Xbox fan, this is kind of what I want from Xbox. I kind of want Xbox to keep doing what they're doing and keep creating these diverse experiences that are good for multiple different types of like play styles for multiple types of people. But I'm with you guys when you say you want them AAA bangers, and I do believe that there are some that are 100% going to be AAA bangers. There's just going to be a lot of filler in between those, my friends. There's going to be a lot of filler, and if every time one of these games come out, our response as the Xbox community is, man, they don't have any games. They're not making any games for us. They are. dude, Xbox is growing that base a lot faster with that type of content than they would be if they were trying to blow for blow with Sony. Sony has a commanding lead in the console market, guys. It's going to be very hard to bump them from the top spot. It is PlayStation's to lose. Only PlayStation at this point right now could destroy PlayStation. Only PlayStation can do that right now. If they're getting games like Metal Gear Solid, Silent Hill, Castlevania, do you think for what, dude? I am a major Castlevania fan. There's no way in hell I would give up my PlayStation. There's no way I'd be like, yeah, dude. If I was stubborn this generation and didn't buy a PlayStation and Castlevania hit the PlayStation 5, I guarantee that day I would buy one. I guarantee that day I would buy a PlayStation 5 for that game. That's what I'm saying, man. I like the fact of having both consoles. To me, that feels better if you had both consoles, then you don't have to wait very long for something to play, guys. Why would you think a game like Redfall won't help grow that base, Luke? I've played it with friends, man. I've played it alone. I'm telling you, bro, that like I can enjoy that game and I can find a lot of good in that game. I can find enough good in Redfall to be like, yeah, dude, I paid $70 for this and I don't regret it. I paid $70 for this. Okay, let me put it this way, man. I had exactly $100 in my account when I bought Redfall for $75. I put myself at like $25 for a whole week, bro. For a whole week, I had $25 freaking dollars, man. I put myself in that position, like me personally, not my wife or whatever. Me personally, I had $25. What if I would have like, man, I want like a good lunch for lunch today. I literally last week, bro, ate freaking bologna sandwiches so I could buy that game, so I could play it, and I do not regret eating those bologna sandwiches for lunch to play Redfall. That's being serious, man. That's like 100% me just being like, dang, dude. I like Redfall enough that I'm like, yeah, this game's an 8, bro. I don't feel negative. I don't feel bad about paying $70 for that. And I ate bologna sandwiches like I was a 5-year-old for lunch for buying that game, man. For buying that game, dude. I sentenced myself to bologna sandwiches, bro. Because that's all I had. $25 for my lunch. That's all I had. After paying all my bills and stuff, dude. I got bologna sandwiches for lunch all week, and I loved it. And I loved it. I loved it. It's all right though. I'm not eating bologna sandwiches this week, bro. I'm not eating bologna sandwiches again this week. That's Ooh, boy. Well, I had like a lot of stuff that I had to buy. Like I had some pretty big bills. Damn, one of us. Xbox needs games that can attract other consumers. They are attracting other consumers right now, Luke. You can 100% bet that they are encroaching on Nintendo territory. They're definitely competing with Nintendo hardcore in the Series S, versus Nintendo platform. You can guarantee that they are 100% pulling in some of that fan base. Anybody out there that started gaming on a Nintendo Switch is seriously looking at Xbox right now. Yeah, dude. Junior, my boy, started on a Switch. Junior was a Nintendo. Junior is now an Xbot. He's an Xbot, bro. Like he came to me one day and he's like, Dad, I need an Xbox. He's like, I want to play games with everybody else, man. I want an Xbox. And I was like, Junior, you want a Series S? And he's like, yeah, Dad, I want one. So I gave him mine. I could pull it right off my table and I was like, here, dude, go play it. And then I just went and bought a new one. I just went and bought another one for the channel, bro. Like I know he still loves his Nintendo more. That's why I gave him my original one, and I just went and bought a new one for the channel. So, I mean, all this stuff was already downloaded on that one. I gave him my other 1 terabyte storage card for it, and I just gave it to him. I was like, here you go, man. Like that's what I'm saying. Like the Nintendo people, the people that were going with Nintendo, they are 100% moving over to either Xbox or PlayStation 5. That Nintendo platform, that Nintendo base is growing up. Nintendo keeps pulling them in. Nintendo keeps pulling in the youngins, and then either PlayStation or Xbox is going to split that. And with the diverse content that the Xbox is bringing to the platform, they're going to be able to siphon off more of that Nintendo base than the PlayStation's going to. Now, PlayStation can potentially, like PlayStation's getting a pretty good solid amount of them. Don't get me wrong, dude. I'm not saying that Xbox is stealing all the Nintendo guys. PlayStation's getting them because of the Japanese support that the PlayStation has, and some of that other stuff. But Xbox is getting some of that pull toward the Xbox platform, guys. Nintendo, you're right, they're not. You're right, they're not. But think about it. Think about it, dude. Psychonauts. What think back to all of the stuff that the Xbox has launched, bro. And think about this, like I'm not gonna say High on Life because that's kind of a grown-up game, but those visuals do kind of attract the young ones, like Junior saw it and he's like, I want to play that. And I was like, no, you're not playing this one, Junior. Sad face. You know what I mean? Like, thanks, Gamer for Life. Put that on grilled cheese. Are you guys giving me the EU decision comes Monday? Well, if they, I don't know, man. One is a handheld, one is a family that has a way bigger grip in Japan and Europe. The other is Xbox. Roblox, Minecraft, Sea of Thieves. Yeah, exactly. Shaq, he's got it, dude. Like Microsoft is being smart, man. They are being smart. They are. I still feel like they should just aim the Series S toward the younger market. But what they're doing, man, like it's bringing those Nintendo people over there, bro. Like they got Junior, and he was a staunch Nintendo, bro. Staunch Nintendo. And I'm like, dude, he wanted an Xbox. Because I offered the kids a PlayStation. If they wanted a PlayStation, they could have a PlayStation. And Junior looked at it and he's like, oh, I don't, because I told him he could have a PlayStation if he wanted one, but he's like, no, I want an Xbox. I want to play these games with the kid. And because I mean, PlayStation doesn't have Roblox. PlayStation doesn't have, there are a lot of the stuff that PlayStation does have, but dude, he was going for the Xbox. You guys have no mind of your own. Yeah, dude, exactly. Dude, my daughter plays a lot of Roblox, bro. She started off with Minecraft, baby cakes. She started off with Minecraft, and now she's like, dude, she just went through freaking Star Wars Jedi Survivor, man. She beat that game. I was like, dang, she beat it a day after I did, and I was like, my goodness. And I checked it too because she's like, Dad, I beat it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm looking up your gamer thing. And I was like, oh my dude, she beat it. She beat it. Sea of Thieves is Sea of Thieves is such an incredible game with friends. That's the same thing. Like I feel like that's the same thing that Redfall is going to be, guys. I think there's a lot of, because it's on Game Pass, bro. It's on Game Pass. People are going to be curious. They're going to pull up their little Game Pass thing and they're going to see Redfall and they're going to be like, what the heck? And they're going to hit that button. They're going to download it and they're going to be like, yeah, Redfall. Hey, this ain't too bad. Hey, this is actually kind of cool. Whoa, hey, what's up, man? Hey, you want to play some Redfall with me? Sure, man, I'll play Redfall. Whoa, dude. And then they're going to be playing Redfall, bro. It's Roblox. Oh, yeah, whatever. Roblox, whatever. When is Xbox going to have a Blockbuster? I don't know. I don't care. They already have a Blockbuster. I've been playing Halo. I have Halo Infinite and Forza Horizon 5. Can I get Forza Horizon 5 on a PlayStation, Luke? I'm a Forza fan. That's my favorite Xbox platform. That's my favorite Xbox IP. I have Forza Horizon 5, bro. I have over 100 hours into Forza Horizon 5 now. You know what I mean, bro? Like, I'm doing good with my Xbox, bro. I buy all my third-party games on there. I loved Halo Infinite. The campaign was incredible, dude. I'm a Halo fan now after that. Dude, I love PlayStation first party games, but dude, they're getting kind of stale, man. And then they started going all woke, man. They were getting to be like the same thing. Like when I buy a PlayStation game, I know exactly what I'm gonna get. There's no surprise. There's no surprise. There's no freaking anything like that. There's no mystery whatsoever. Like I know what I'm gonna get when I get a PlayStation game. Xbox, it's mysterious, bro. Like it is mysterious. It's that mystery that keeps me going with Xbox. And 90% of the time when I get an Xbox first party game, dude, even Minecraft Legends kind of blew me away. I was like, wow, this is really good on the Xbox Series S. That's the only thing I tried it on. I was like, this is actually kind of cool. Like whoever designed that, whoever thought of Minecraft Legends, they should give that guy a raise. That's pretty cool. That's not a bad way to bring in them Nintendies, bro. Them Nintendies will like that game. Department for Gaming Justice. I don't like Horizon Forbidden West. Talking about something truly innovative. Have you not played Flight Simulator, Luke? He's like, I want something truly innovative. Have you not played go jump into any plane on Flight Simulator, bro, and fly as far as you can. And you tell me that's not innovative. You can literally fly across the whole planet. And trust me, dude, it can be played as a video game because you can buy fighter jets. There's actually free fighter jets. You can, like you said, you wanted something innovative. That is the most innovative fucking game on the planet. Like seriously, you can fly across the whole planet, man. That's pretty innovative. Tell me one PlayStation game that has a map that big that looks as good as Flight Simulator, bro. Like, come on, man. Give Xbox credit where credit is due. That's all I'm saying. Like PlayStation makes incredible stuff, but Xbox is very, very good too. For the markets that it serves and for the stuff that it creates, Xbox has some pretty dang good innovation. Don't get me wrong, man. You can fly it. Yeah, you can fly a Halo ship in there. It's pretty cool. I mean, Phil Spencer's not wrong, dude. Like, even if Starfield is this like 11 out of 10 or Hellblade's like this 11 out of 10, you're not going to see people selling their PlayStation 5s to run off and get those games, man. Like you're just not. Most people are like, if they can only afford one console, they will turn to choosing to try to hate Xbox versus going out to try to buy those games, man. They will try to convince themselves that Xbox sucks. I don't want to change, man. And you just gotta be faithful to the point that, like, hey, man, Xbox platform series consoles are a fairly small install base, but Microsoft is going to keep supporting them. I think I disagree. If Xbox started consistently having those, they're not going to consistently have those games though, Luke. That's the thing, dude. You did not listen to what Phil Spencer said at all. We are not going to make banger after banger after banger. We are going to have a diverse set of games that are going to launch into Game Pass. They're not going to make banger after banger after banger, dude. That's just not the way that Game Pass is designed. It is not sustainable for Game Pass to do that. So if that's your hope for every game that Xbox launches going forward to be a banger, it's not going to happen, buddy. That's just the realization and reality. I'm not going to sit here and try to hype you guys up and say like, yeah, dude, all these games are going to be amazing. No, man, we have to look at it realistically of what Xbox platform is going to bring, guys. And that's going to be diverse games. That's going to be a diversity. That's going to be multiple games across multiple genres that are going to do different things for different people. You're going to have RTS games. You're going to have first-person shooters. You're going to have over-the-shoulder, third-person over-the-shoulder games. You're going to have Minecraft games. You're going to have learning-type games. You're going to have a lot of simulators. You're going to have an amazing amount of different experiences that you can try for a low price of Game Pass that you can try, bro, that you can find out of, hey man, maybe this isn't too bad. Maybe this is a good experience. Maybe I do like this. Because I'll tell you, Luke, as you get older, like I'm in my 40s now, and dude, I can sit down and play a simulator for a long time. I can do that. Who cares about how many people buy an Xbox, Luke? Why does that matter? That's what I don't get, my friend. Like, why does that matter? Why does that even matter anymore? Like, who cares how many Xboxes are being sold? Like, that is, wait, what do I have on here that needs an update? Ooh, Halo Infinite got an update and grounded. Look at that, dude. Look at that. Xbox supporting their games still. Xbox keeps supporting their video games, guys. They keep supporting them. Saints Row. I want to see, because I think they did some other stuff for Saints Row too. Ooh, that's pretty loud. Phil Spencer didn't say anything. They wouldn't. He's just saying that the PlayStation and Nintendo are strong household names, and Xbox putting out good games isn't enough. Yeah, I just don't think that. I don't know, man. I do think that Xbox is going to pull in some of those, but it's not like they're going to be able to like turn this console generation around on its head. Luke, I've seen 2 Xbox Series X's on the shelf. I've seen multiple PlayStation 5s at every single store I go to now. PlayStation has a lot of those out there, man. Like, I've seen a lot of Series S's out there, and I do think the Series S is an incredible console, but at the same time, man. Ooh, thank you for purchasing Year of the Rabbit free cosmetic patch. Yay. Welcome to Sunshine Springs. Dude, see, this game still looks great, man. This looks cool. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see the map now. Let's see where the Sunshine Springs is. Oh, it's over here. It's like a whole nother thing across the bridge. Hey, you know what? Maybe they can continue to expand this map. Seeing as how they did that, they could bring something else out down this way too. Maybe that was the plan all along. Okay, I need a car, so you know what, dude? Just like looking at these NPCs, man, these are pretty detailed NPCs, bro. Here, I'll just take that car. That car will get me there in a jiffy. Do I want the Jeep? Yeah, let's take the Jeep. Let's take the Jeep. There's new like you can change the distance on the car now or whatever too with the camera. There's some pretty cool stuff, man. I'm going to be making a video about this tonight. It's the least I can do for them providing that free copy on the PS5. There's new content in here. There's new heists. There's different reworked combat system, I believe, in this update. They've been working pretty hard to try to update this experience. I like that, dude. We've gotten better post-launch support than we ever have for any console generation. This one here has been great, dude. We've gotten upgrades for games that who would have ever thought in a million years we would have got those, dude. This driving actually feels a lot better too, man. Wow. It feels a lot more tight. It feels much tighter. More responsive. Whoa, off-roading. Dude, I think I have this in like quality mode. It's in quality mode. Just playing this in quality because I was looking at the quality of the visuals. This looks good. See, I don't know, guys. I like playing on this monitor, man. Like I think it looks good. I think it looks gooder than a 4K screen sometimes. Like this looks good, man. The visuals are so dense. It just looks so pretty. This monitor saved my PS5 experience. Whoa, dude. Driving on the dirt, man, it feels slippery. This has got a beautiful map, dude, for an open world game. Like when you get out here in the desert part of it or whatever, this looks pretty good. This is a fairly nice looking experience for it being like a lower. I kind of want to call this a AAA game, but then I also want to call it a AA because this kind of feels, I don't know, man. This is like definitely better than a AA, but not exactly what you would call like a super high budget AAA experience. So it's kind of somewhere in the middle of that. It's definitely better than a AA, but it's not exactly what I would call, you know what, dude? I want to go to options and display high frame rate. Yeah. All right, there we go. Yeah, see, this still looks pretty dang good at 1440p with the 60 FPS. And see, that's the thing. If you've got like the VRR support, man, you're never going to freaking see like the screen tearing and stuff that you're going to get on the PlayStation 5 version. Um, it's great. Dude, this looks good. Whoa, I cannot drive in the dirt. Oh, dude. I love that. I love that freaking, I love that cabbage. You put that as your name, dude. Oh, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't think it would look good sitting that close. Yeah, dude, you need to buy a freaking monitor and sit close. This looks great. I love it. I can't feel my face, man, when I'm this close. Yeah. Oh dang. What's coming? We've got a lot of cool bangers coming to Xbox. They're just going to take a little bit of time, my friends. All right, this is the new area. This is like the rich neighborhood. Look at this rich neighborhood. This is cool, man. I'm going to make a video about this. This is cool. Okay, but I want to get into a fight. I want to get into a fight and see how the combat feels now because they said they upgraded that. Yeah, this feels way smooth too. Let's see. I think we got, yeah, that's a place over there with Knuckles. We'll go over there. We'll go back to that spot. We'll see how the combat feels. I didn't really have too big of a problem with the combat before. Let's get out of this car. So I heard you guys saying negative stuff about me. Was it you guys? Was it these guys over here saying negatives? Wait, you're not negative. You guys aren't negative people over here. You guys are all nice. Dude. Heck yeah. Look at that car. Get out of the car right now. Get out. Yeah, give me the car. No, I wanted that car. Get over here. I wanted that car. It looked cool. But I screwed the pooch on it. I pulled the, oh no, there's the police. Get out of here. Hurry it up before, oh, there's that red Knuckles. Sorry, guys. I'll get back. I'll get back over there in just a second. I just wanted to go to the knuckle thing and see how the combat feels, so I can make a video on this. That is a new cool car. Let's get out. We gotta get some. Hey, what's up, officer? Sorry, man. Going over here to getting some fights. Kaput. Whoa, those guys got like lasers. Heck yeah, the police is helping me, dude. Dude, the police is helping me, bro. Oh gosh. Dude, the police are helping me, man. That's so incredibly funny. Are you shooting at me too? Oh, don't shoot at me. Oh, dude, I don't have any ammo. Yeah, this does kind of feel a little bit better. It doesn't feel as whoa. Gotta get away from the police. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I'll make a video of that game. I'll definitely, yeah, dude, that's not too bad. See, that's what I'm saying, man. I could get into these games and I could just have fun with them. And they're not bad. I personally would play this game over GTA 5. I like this one, dude. I don't think this one's a bad one. Cap. He's saying cap? What am I capping? Oh yeah, man. Online co-op. Oh yeah. Oh. I don't understand why you want to be so negative about Xbox, man. Like, what exactly are you waiting for Xbox to put out? Oh wow, dude, it's already 8:33. Okay, I'm gonna make a video for this game and put it out tonight. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna let you guys go hang out and have fun. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Let me pass the donation plate around one more time. Yeah, I just need some money for my video games. No, I'm just joking. I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later, man. Thanks for coming. Let me get this Saints Row video up for you guys so you guys can check it out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later, my friends. See you later, Reeferman. See you guys. Thanks for coming.